Welcome to the Windy City Bender Podcast with your hosts, Nolly, Poetzy, and Jarom.
What's up, y'all? It's been a while. Actually, it hasn't. Just so much has happened in the time that we've recorded that this is probably going to be a 3.5-hour episode. So sorry in advance. Little shakeup here in the recording studio basement area. Brian Noland is out of town. He's on vacation in Florida. So we got a riding pine actually to start
off riding pine
from the man himself, Brian Noland.
You're riding the pine pony, pal.
His question was, who is my replacement? Who is going to yell about all the trades and about Hjammer? Vito, how you doing, buddy?
Doing well.
Yeah.
Glad
Vito
to be
Bruno, everybody.
Glad to be here.
Long-time listener. Long time. What, like a month, I think?
Yeah.
We've been going? Yeah, cool.
All 11 episodes.
All 11.
You want to drop a little bio or let them know where I've been?
What? Hey, are you really
I'm just
this, you're here 5 minutes and you're going to tell me
know.
what to do?
I know. I'm sorry.
I mean,
I'll step back.
do you want to go back to your Mexican food there?
No,
That you bought at a BP?
I'm not proud of it. I'm not proud of it.
All right, let's start over then.
It's my dad's birthday, okay? We went golfing.
So we thought it'd be a good idea to ask our guest a question. What is your favorite hockey memory?
Whether from you playing or watching, being at a game.
And if you say Nationals 2013 and make me cry, I'm going to be pissed.
Well,
I'm going to be upset with you.
yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Nationals 2013.
Okay, good, me too.
How memorable. I mean, it's not every day that you
No.
beat the number one team in the nation.
Yeah. Go
And
from the
score-
number 16 seed out of 16 to
Score
Final Four.
game-winning OT goal.
You guys going to be 15
Knock
seed.
'em off.
Just, I hate the number 16.
Well, you know what? I think it works for Dice, though. You know, I think he really got a jump out of it. That's why he played so well.
Scored against Adrian.
Yeah, he did on a bum leg. Gregory Campbelled his way through that.
I don't believe it.
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
So, yeah, Vito. Vito is here today, and as usual, Jarom,
What's going on?
our lovely Zach Jarom back there. And I'm Poetzy. Hi. Guys, a lot happened. A lot of sad days. A lot of really exciting days waiting for the Vegas draft. And then we got to go to the NHL draft, you and I, Jarom.
It's been a bittersweet, week and a half?
Yeah. We're going to start out with the biggest news, I think. Hossa the Boss.
The heartbreaker.
Hossa the Boss will not play the 2017-2018 season.
Let me just say what it is.
And
He's done. He's not going to.
May or may not retire. I'm still banking on the fact.
81% chance he doesn't play again.
Oh, don't do that. Don't make me cry. No.
Okay, so I'm really confused as to how this whole long-term IR works. Do they get all that salary back for this year? And then they're penalized after that?
They're still determining what this is.
Because
And
it's so unique.
Because this apparently just so conveniently happened when the Hots were totally fucked on cash.
But Hossa is going to make $1 million, right?
That's his
for the remainder
salary.
of remainder of his contract.
That's his
right?
salary, not
so
his
if
cap
we
hit.
put him on the long-term IR, I heard that we're getting like $5 million something. In
his cap
space.
hit will come. Okay, so if it's just like basic,
that's
regular,
what I'm talking about.
if it's a basic regular situation like Patrick Kane when he broke his collarbone, goes in the IR, that entire cap hit comes off the books. But because
I see 5.275. I got
but because this is so rare and almost seems too convenient, the NHL's looking into it and they're determining when and if the Blackhawks get that cap relief. because I've seen things where they have to wait till the second day of the regular season to put him on. I've seen things saying that they might be able to do it in the next week. But, I mean, this has never been an issue before.
I just want to know already.
Now, I watched the interview with Bowman and Quenneville talking about it. And they asked, the reporters asked them, how long have you guys known about Hossa's allergy? How long have you guys known? When did it start for him? Is this a recent thing? How many years has it been going on? And both of them kind of went, I don't know. It's been, I think, a couple years. It's a little foggy on the deep. Like, it's Marion Hossa. If he's got a freckle that looks weird, you're going to know about it. Right? I mean, you can't just be like, it might have been last year. I don't really know. It's a good question. I don't think I really... Like, what?
Yeah.
That was, like, I'm a huge Hawks guy over here. Like, I'm always rooting for the Hawks. Like, when Kane had all his shit that went down 2 years ago, I was like, you know what? Until proven guilty, there's all sorts of evidence that say that he may or may not have done it. I'm not sure. But innocent until proven guilty. But this is just, it's starting to smell real weird, and I'm nervous. Especially since this happened 2 years ago with Kane. And that was at a pretty...
I don't know. I think you might
awesome
be reading
time.
Too much into a situation here.
Yeah, I know. Well, a lot has
You're
happened,
thinking
and
the worst.
my trust is broken, Vito.
It's going to be okay. It's going to be all
I don't know.
So, today, McDonough actually was talking to reporters that they're talking to the league. They're trying to take the stats, figure it out. Bill Daly came out and said, yeah, they're taking information in and all this and trying to figure out what's the Nets' plan attack, and there's no timeline for when this can be taken care of. At what point do the Hawks need to say, okay, long-term IR is not going to be an option? What do? Do you ask him to retire? Do you buy him out? Do you pray to God some team needs to get to the floor and they will take pity on us? And
Arizona's always a big option.
Arizona came out and said they will not be doing it.
Well, they could just eat a fat one.
What about Vancouver? What's their...
Yeah.
I think it's pretty low, if I'm not mistaken.
The ever so trusted.
I don't see Vancouver doing something like that, though.
I don't know if you...
They do have 19...
because it's the Hawks.
They have 19 million cap space right now.
Yeah, but right now the teams... What's the cap floor is 55.4?
And they're at 55.5.
So you got Arizona's at 49, Buffalo's at 50, New Jersey's at 50, Carolina's at 50, Nashville's 52. So I mean,
let's be real.
Could you imagine if New Jersey had the Kovalchuk and the Hossa contract at the same time? If New Jersey, that'd be hilarious.
Well, they're not going to have the Kovalchuk contract anymore.
Yeah, I know. Let's see what happens with that.
But so here's another thing I was looking at.
If they buy him out, they're in big trouble.
If they buy him out this year, he will be hit $4.6 million until
the next 4 years.
till 2020, 2021.
That has to be the very last option.
And then it's $333,000
for like 4 more years.
Yeah. Yeah, for another 4. Yeah.
That has to be the very last option that they're going to take.
Yeah, absolutely.
If they're going to make him retire, he's going to have to do it this year because
if he retires, isn't it something stupid like that anyway?
Well, if he retires this year, for the next 4 years, it's a $3.675 million cap hit. If he waits a year to retire, where was I seeing? Let's see. Okay, so if he waits a year to retire, no, wrong. Sorry. If he retires this year, it's a $4.275 million cap hit.
But does that go down?
Does not go down until, but that means after 2021, it's done. Where if you buy him out, it still goes on for another 4 years.
So he just needs to play again. I think that's what we're at.
Put him in a bubble. No, that's really awful to say.
Have him in one of those things that they do, like in the intermission, where they just smack into each other. I'm sorry, I love you, Marion. I
remember.
I laugh when I'm upset.
It's a very icky situation that unfortunately the Hawks are in, but I don't know. It's just me, wishful thinking, I guess. But the Hawks always find a way to sneak through the cracks somehow. So when it comes with when it comes to the cap, they always do. Always find a way.
Unfortunately, I wish they would just 1 year get totally fucks with Bowman and be gone.
Well, here's no. Maybe I'll save this. I'll save it for later.
Well, no, you can't now.
Okay, you might get angry.
I'm already angry. I've been angry since Chalmerson was traded.
Yeah. What if they were to give up? Okay. Maybe it's not a deal that they do now, but like, what if you get rid of Crawford?
Yes.
That's always been a legitimate possibility. It really has.
You got Anton Forsberg. I mean, apparently, I know. He's only played 6 games in the
not
NHL.
this year.
What, you think after this year?
I think
Crawford,
maybe.
If he proves himself, Crawford's gone?
Maybe not this year. Maybe next year. Trade deadline or something like that, because
I think next year.
Crow's contract is up in 1920.
But wouldn't you want to get rid of him a little earlier, or as soon as you can?
Yes.
To get as much for him?
I would. I mean, I thought should have been probably the first contract that should have moved this offseason.
I just want him around forever.
I think but
okay.
I think for what his contract's worth and what the relief it would have given the Hawks, I think he's got the most realistic chance of being moved, because you weren't going to move Seabrook, obviously, with that contract. Crawford is still in his prime. He can still contribute. Yeah.
Don't put air quotes. I was just real happy with you just then. You Crawford hater. Get out of here.
I have changed my opinion on Crawford, that I don't mind him. I hate his contract. And I've said this multiple times.
Well,
and
his
he's
contract hates you.
You know what? Hopefully he comes out and has like an even more fantastic year this year, and maybe they could even get more for him. So
you guys could.
You know what? There's.
Oh man, he's gonna get hurt, and I'm gonna eat my words just now. So as if the Hossa news wasn't enough for Blackhawk fans, Stan Bowman took his crazy pill and shipped off Nicholas Hjalmarsson off to Arizona for Connor Murphy and Lauren Dauphin.
Yeah.
Or Dauphin, I think, is what it is.
Should I give a yell for Nolly? Because I feel like he'd be yelling right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I think that's it.
Holy shit.
It wasn't as high, I think.
No.
You're on the right track.
I mean, we got video proof that was not Nolly, but I mean, listeners that don't watch the video might think that was Nolly here. Holy shit.
Yeah, he...
sorry, Brylan.
He's upset.
And I'm sorry, Dice.
He's real upset, Nolly. As is all of Chicago.
He had to take a vacation for it.
Yeah, I know.
How about
he left? He went to Florida because Hjalmarsson got traded.
Tanner is upset too, because he's now. Let's talk about this really quick. He's bought in 3 Blackhawks jerseys recently. He has lost.
No, he didn't.
He's lost Hossa, Hjalmarsson, and the last one he has is Esposito. So hopefully nothing happens there.
Oh my god.
So Tanner, maybe you go ahead and purchase yourself a Crow jersey.
Or maybe just don't buy any more
Yeah.
jerseys.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I'm not happy that it's Hjalmarsson that has to wear it, but they weren't going to get rid of Seabrook. There's just nobody that wants him.
I don't know.
I think people wanted him. I don't think they wanted him for what Bowman wanted.
Oh yeah. Okay, so this was my next point. Yeah, that's not him.
Okay, good.
When you search Connor Murphy on Google, there's a bodybuilder apparently named Connor Murphy, and they have him under his pictures underneath the ice.
So confused.
Yeah, it's not him.
No,
it's not him.
It's certainly not him.
I was perplexed. But yeah, no. Connor Murphy is a lot thinner and he has blonde hair.
Yeah.
A lot more Canadian looking. Yeah, that's an ugly mug. But you know what?
Boy, Connor. Yikes, bud.
But you know what? They didn't end up terrible with this.
Shut up, Vito.
They didn't. They got a young defenseman and 24 years of age. If I'm not mistaken, he had a couple of Genos against the Hawks last year.
I am pulling up his DD page right now.
He's not a big points guy, but he's still early in his career. He's a good skater.
He plays a lot of games.
Frame.
That's
big
good.
frame.
73, 78, 77.
He still has time to put on a little bit of some weight.
Yeah.
Last season played 77 games, 2 goals, 15 assists, 17 points.
Played with OEL.
45 penalty minutes, and he was a negative 13 in his plus minus.
Well, he's also on Arizona.
Right.
You can't
So,
fault him
not
there.
many people are going to have good plus minus.
And he's playing with OEL. So that he definitely picked up good habits there.
Yeah, well, Jarom was basically OEL.
Okay,
so,
well, you know what?
Without the offense.
Now that's going to be a pair.
Yeah, Chalmers and OEL together. Jesus.
God damn it!
But, he's a strong skater, and he is a true 6'4". He is a true 6'4". You can see it. He's not a...
You know what? It's real unfortunate because
yeah,
I'm just not going to like this guy. Just off the bat.
You're always going to look at him and just be like...
Yeah, you're not Hjalmarsson. You'll never be Hjalmarsson. You never
But
have been Hjalmarsson.
He isn't Hjalmarsson. He isn't. You're right.
So, here's a way I look. I'm trying to look at the positive side of this trade.
Mm-hmm.
Hjalmarsson's contract was up in 2 years. He was definitely going for a pay raise over his, what do you have, like 4, a little over 4. Connor Murphy is locked up until 21-22 at 3.85. Saves cap space in 2 years. That's one less person to resign. Yeah. Same thing can be said about the other trade, but we can talk about that when we get there.
Here's another thing too is, they tried out Hjalmarsson for that second power play unit, right?
Yeah.
How'd that work out? I think Murphy will do a better job. The Hawks have been in need of somebody that could handle the puck well up at the blue line, whether it's their first or second unit, but I feel like he'll be a second unit guy.
Yeah. I'm interested to see what...
They haven't had a good defenseman on the back end on their second unit since 2010, I want to say. Maybe 2011.
Maybe.
We're stretching it, but... I shouldn't say a good defense. Solid.
Who do you think he's going to get? He'll benefit more from playing with Siebes or Keith?
I hear they're going to put him with Keith, and it's going to be Siebes and Kempney.
Oh God, help us!
That's
that leaves still 2 open spots
with Forsling down at the third pair, and your revolving door of hopefully rookies. All
right. I will talk about when we get to that topic though, because I don't understand why Polka is not getting a shot. I don't understand it.
He's so damn big, but he's
like Bambi. He tears it up in the A though. His stats are solid. Like, he's to the point where it's like, okay, either he's just gonna be this like the greatest AHL defenseman, or you need to give him a shot, or
next
move him.
Steve Maltai.
Yeah,
boy, he's got a derp face though.
Or you got to move him to a team that can use him.
Not here on his Google.
Oh, he's
Google page.
Only sick. Oh, that's Fedberg. That's
Svedberg. Yes, yeah. Svedberg is the
switched him.
Yeah, no, Billy Polka. God damn computer. Ma, you're gonna get real upset at me at this episode. I'm sorry. I'm just heated.
Andrew.
Yeah, I know. 30 points last year in 76 games. 45 and 76 the year before that. 30 and 68 the year before that.
Played every single game in the past 2 seasons.
Mm-hmm. While playing for Finland in the
maybe he does get a
WC and international
How old
leagues.
is he?
He's 23.
Yeah.
So there you go. Maybe. But
they
you still need a 7th defenseman.
They just qualified him an offer today too.
Did they?
Yes.
Because I'm sorry. Our 8th defenseman is Michael Roosevelt. So
when is he gonna just be done?
This is it. I think he was re-signed this year for the expansion purposes, and that was it.
Yep.
I think
Kempney, learn English, buddy.
Yeah,
I know. But there's been talks that the Hawks get Carl Elsner, and
with what money? Who else has to
this magic money that we may or may not get from Hossa?
Okay, so if we get that $5 million from Hossa,
that doesn't come in until the second day of regular season, right?
So, yeah, that's true. If that's how they rule it. But there's also the chance that they rule it earlier for us. And the Hawks can...
because the Hawks need the NHL's help.
Right. But there's also the rule that the Hawks can be 10% over the cap all the way through training camp.
And just pay a fine?
No, you as long as you can go no higher than 10% over the cap, but you have to it has to be trimmed down by the regular season.
Okay.
Which is what happened with that one year when we got rid of Nolly. Was we were trying to move, I forgot who we were trying to move,
yeah.
and we couldn't move him, so that was why Letty had to go to the Islanders.
I was pissed about that trade too.
Yeah.
I was real upset there.
So
there's always a chance we can sign him, and
Alsner was 2.5.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
28 now.
Yeah, he's 28.
So he's gonna look. He's not gonna. I don't think he's gonna take a pay cut.
I don't think he's. I mean, Montreal does have the money to give him now that they don't have Markov. So, window is not big for the Hawks there, but you know, there's other defensemen out there. Why not get Michael Del Zotto, free agent? Don't have to lose anything.
Yeah, I guess. Alsner was reliable though.
Yeah,
82 games for the past 4 years.
Oh yeah, he hasn't missed a game since like his rookie year.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, 82, 82,
Yeah.
48, 82, 82, 82,
What
82.
is it, the past 4 or 5 seasons?
Yeah.
What about
7.
What about a Dan Girardi? He just got bought out, so he might be willing to take a.
We've got a lot of defensemen that are like already slow and make stupid decisions.
I mean, that one kid from New York said he was a bum. So
really,
yeah.
Have you guys seen that?
So
video?
I don't think. Huh?
You haven't seen that?
No.
When the Rangers lost and they got knocked out, that one like little kid from New York just tore Dan.
Oh my God! Yeah, that's the same kid that like ripped apart the Mets.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did see that.
Poor Dan Girardi.
Well, the kid had a point though.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting.
Do we bring back Campbell on a short term?
Nope.
Leave him again.
No, I'm done. I'm done with Oduya. I'm done with Campbell. I'm done with the Sharp rumors. Get all that shit out of here.
Yeah, I'm about done with that Sharp thing.
No way. No way, no how. And it sounds like the Hawks are not looking into it. It's Sharp's camp that keeps on pursuing it.
There's no need. There's
no
no
there
need
isn't.
for that.
No, none at all.
If we're gonna do this soft rebuild and go younger and faster and all that, don't bring Sharp in.
Yeah.
No. Commit to it. Commit to a rebuild, or don't. Like just don't ride that fence this entire time.
What else do the Hawks have left to do besides get another defenseman? Right, I would assume that's what they're going for.
Well, they got their backup in the Panarin trade. They picked up Anton Forsberg from Columbus. Forsberg killed it.
He can be dope.
Absolutely killed it in the A.
After the initial what the hell just happened shock, and I was like, oh, we got Forsberg. Oh, fuck yeah.
Forsberg was Calder Cup champion 2 years ago. With the Cleveland Monarchs, I believe.
No.
Wasn't
it Erie Monsters? No, they changed the Cleveland Monsters.
Cleveland Monsters, yeah,
I'm pretty sure Brody was down there, wasn't he?
Yeah, Brody was down there and TJ Tynan.
Yes, yes, indeed.
So he's pretty much sold as our backup.
Yeah.
Do we still need a top 6 forward?
I don't know.
Because I mean,
it's just me, but maybe a second line center and move Anisimov down to the third.
The offense is fine.
I still think they're gonna move Anisimov.
We're gonna have that top line of
Panic,
Taves, and Saad. Second line of Kane, Anisimov, and Schmaltz to start out with.
I also saw DeBrincat.
And then, I'm hearing a lot of DeBrincat starting in the A.
Schmaltz and Kane are for sure.
Yeah.
Quenneville already said that.
Yeah.
And Saad and Taves are for sure.
Well, yeah. Saad, this is probably the best thing for Taves, I think, right now, getting Saad back. For how they were, Taves' best offensive season was with Saad.
Yeah.
As pissed as I was about the Jarom trade, this was a great trade.
This is a great trade.
This was a great trade.
This goes back to like what I was saying with the Jarom thing. You traded Panarin, who was a 2-year, $6 million contract, for Saad, who is a let me pull that up again. But if Panarin continues to play the way he's playing, he's going to for a huge payday, where Saad is locked in at that $6 million for 4 or 5 years, I believe.
But does Panarin continue to play the way that he's playing? Because he doesn't have Patrick Kane in his line anymore. He is going to have to be Patrick Kane.
Which, by the way, brings me to my next point. Your brother Trev.
Yeah.
Columbus.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to be nasty.
Are they?
They are.
They got enough offense. I think they got enough young and
Don't worry,
offense.
Trev. You're good. You'll be all right. As long as Bobrovsky can stay.
You don't have to talk to him through here because he doesn't listen. That dickhead.
I think Panarin, he's gonna be fine. I don't think it's gonna be the type of seasons we've had with him.
Yeah, 70 points, 30 goals.
This first year might be 60.
Might be a little rough.
Well,
yeah.
Look at it. He was playing with Patrick Kane, who was number 1 in points his first year and tied for second his second year. So, I mean...
But, I mean, he'll be fine. And then that's
he's not going to go out and put up 23 points. You know, he's still going to be 50, 60. He'll be there.
Yeah, he'll be up there, yeah.
He'll be up there.
A lot of people are asking, what is Panarin going to do this year? How's Panarin going to do this year? How is Saad going to do this year? Is Saad going to have, like... Because he didn't have a bad time in Columbus, but I don't think it was what Columbus was expecting.
I don't think he wanted to be there. And...
He's home. He's comfortable.
Yeah. I think he tried... I don't know if it was him or his agent. They played their card too much with what they were asking for. And the Hawks were like, all right, fine, we're not playing with you.
You're going to get something before window closes. Yeah, well, you know, Saad, he could play. He's going to be with Taze. You can tell they work well together, you know, and he does well on the backside. I mean, I think that's maybe one thing that he was worried that he was like, I don't know, maybe overcompensating, especially with Tortorella. Tortorella's a big D zone guy, and you know Saad does do well in the D zone, so he may have been overcompensating.
And they clashed. They clashed a lot.
He wasn't getting minutes.
Gotta feel good when both Taze and Kane are like, we miss Saad. We miss Brandon Saad. Yeah. That's got to be a nice little ego boost.
Yeah.
You know?
Fuck, the guy's got wheels.
Yeah.
Wheels.
Hey, for being such a big dude, too. Yeah. I mean, 6'1", $185. No, that's not right. 203. There it is.
His
6'1", 203. Like, that's a big boy coming down. If he picks up speed, get out of the way.
For as bad as our D currently looks like it's going to be, having him is going to be huge because he is such a solid two-way player.
It's a young Hossa on the back
end.
Yeah.
Young Hossa on the back end. And, I mean...
I wonder if you'll see some PK time.
I'd imagine so. He did his last year with the Hawks. Absolutely.
Did he? I don't remember that.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, someone's going to have to fill in for Hossa, possibly Kruger.
Possibly Kruger. Oh,
do you think he still goes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
They said that because he gets a
$2 million bonus.
Yeah, $2 million bonus July 1st. If they're going to move him, it's going to have to be after that.
There's 2 more contracts being moved because we are just under about $3 million over cap.
I got to tell you, if Brent Seabrook gets moved now, I'm going to flip out. I'm going to freak out.
They need to keep
because
him now.
if you're going to trade him now when you could have traded him before. Are you kidding me?
Okay.
Are you kidding me?
I just...
Ooh!
I almost just took a sandal to the teeth.
Yeah, well, it's a sandal, so you're fine.
I mean, looking at Hawks cap friendly, it's going to have to be Nisimov and Kruger. They're going to have to be the ones that move.
Or
I'd rather...
Both. I think they're both going to have to.
I think you move Nisimov first. He's the biggest, cap hit.
With more
bang. Ideally, you want to move Nisimov first.
Yeah.
Not to mention Kruger plays PK.
Yeah.
He has been.
He's overpaid, but you know what? I think he's value.
He has been slumping a little bit,
Mhm.
but I think that could have been Kitchen too, running our PK.
That's true.
Down, so
That's true.
I did not like him from day one.
Kitch? I was not a big Kitch fan either.
Mm-mm.
Quenville was though, and speaking of Q, little mad,
Was
mad
not
coach.
happy.
Oh boy.
Not
Has
happy
there been
there.
any like reports on like what exactly that was all about? Or
Well, no, but he talked about it and said that it had nothing to do with the trade. Quenville
He had a dinner
left
date.
the meeting that they were having at the draft hotel the Hawks were at. After all the trades had been made, the Hjalmarsson trade, the Panarin trade, went into a cab. Should have been at the draft, whether he was there or not, like in the suite or what. He wasn't on the floor.
we did not. I
Didn't
was
walk up
noticing.
there at all, and came to day 2. Took questions from.
He did come to day 2.
Yeah, he came day 2. Took questions from the press, and first thing they asked him was like, "Is everything okay? Like, why weren't you here?" And he was like, "It had nothing to do with the trades. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it." So,
Do you buy it?
no, I think he just needed to blow off steam, or else he was gonna freak out.
Is my prediction that I've been saying the past couple episodes of
One of the
Q
two moving.
or Bowman are going to be gone by
Nah.
the end of this year. Do you feel it's getting?
Unless this whole thing
It's-
Stan Bowman has
yeah,
been doing
it's
absolutely
something.
erupts, I don't think so.
Yeah. If this blows up in our, if it blows up in their face, then
And by I
might.
say
yeah.
by blowing up, I mean like if the Hawks don't make the playoffs.
We're gonna knock out them first again.
No.
No, I just
No.
think if they
Get swept in the first again.
get swept in the first again, then yeah. If it's anything like this, then
Score
something's
2
gonna
goals
happen,
and get
yeah.
swept in the first
But
in the
you
first
can
round?
guarantee that shit's not gonna happen.
Barely make it into the playoffs and get swept.
Yeah,
I could see it.
Yeah.
I mean, if they don't make the playoffs, I feel like something's gonna happen.
Mhm.
I still say it, and it's not because I'm not a Bowman fan. I still think Bowman would be on the hot seat way sooner than Q is, and I think Bowman would be the first to go.
even with his dad in the front office.
Yes, because I think
I think Q's the first one.
you think he's the first.
You shuffle the coach up first before GM, front office guy.
Unless your GM's
I-
making some crazy ass moves.
Right. Because I mean, at the same time, it's like, what can Hugh do when
Yeah.
he's kind of getting? I'm not saying he's getting screwed because we're still the Blackhawks.
Yeah.
We still have some of the best players in the league, but it's like,
But why bring in Ulf Samuelsson, someone that Q trusts, if he's gonna be dealt after a year?
Probably because Stan Bowman was like, I took away Kitchen. I'm sorry. We should have talked about it. Here's Ulf Samuelsson. I'm sorry. I did the best I could. It was almost the same guy.
and they brought on someone else too. This was the first year that we got 2 assists, isn't it?
Yeah, we have 4 now.
Or 4? Yeah,
Or
Granado,
four coaches.
it-
Yeah, Granado. Tony Granado's brother.
Dan or Don.
It's the brother of Tony Granado. It doesn't really matter at this point.
Rob?
Rob Granado. Damn it! Now we got to look it up.
I'm looking it up.
Don
Don Granado.
Granado. You were close with Rob.
I said.
There's
I mean,
3
I
letters.
did say Don. So I mean,
I didn't hear it. Yeah.
Completely irrelevant. He's a Granado.
Yeah.
He knows hockey.
July 1st is going to be a fun day.
I'm so upset.
The Hawks are gonna. Yeah, I know. The Hawks might not do anything that day. I don't think they will because they need to figure out.
No,
this whole
because
Hossa thing.
the Hawks will add a 40-year-old
Yeah.
on a
No.
$1 million contract, and
No, they probably won't, just because they want to see the big cap guys leave
Yeah,
first, get out of their hair.
yeah.
Teams making moves, starting to fill up their cap, and then the Hawks could finally start playing around. And it's a day 2, day 3
Yeah.
process for them. They gotta wait a little. They can't go guns blazing. If they do, they're gonna be in trouble with. the
Yeah,
cap
I
still.
agree.
So,
I agree.
first deal that's going to get announced is Shattenkirk to the Rangers. I think that's going to be the very first one you hear.
Yeah, I don't doubt that.
Rangers?
Yeah, that was always
Oh God, it's
that was always where he was planning on going.
He's from New York.
Yeah.
It's like everybody.
He's gonna get a bunch of money from there too.
Yeah, because they have over like $20 million in cap space
you
right
think
now.
Jersey would try to jump on it first?
No, he's a true New Yorker.
I don't think he'll take it, to be honest with you. Who wants to be on New Jersey?
New York's gonna compete right away. New Jersey is gonna be.
But you got Nico, you got Taylor Hall.
Okay,
I mean Patrick.
That's all we got. I mean,
let's talk about the Vegas expansion draft. We were extremely interested to see what was going to happen there and how it was all going to go down. And they very cleverly made you watch the NHL awards.
Oh, I know.
To see the expansion draft. So well played, NHL, even though it wasn't that bad.
It was still pretty bad.
It was still bad, but it was better than previous years.
All right, Mr. Goaltender. Bold move taking Calvin Pickard.
Oh, God. Why?
Bold strategy, Cotton.
Terrible strategy.
You got
really bad.
You got Antti Ranta sitting out there.
Oh.
Phoenix or Arizona.
Well, you know what? I don't think they wanted to take.
Now.
Yeah.
I don't think they wanted to take Ranta because Fleury's going to have that number one spot, and he's had a few years of the 1A 1B thing, and I think he's fed up with that.
Yeah.
And that hasn't gone his way, you know. So I think that's why they didn't go Ranta.
I think Louis Domingue was just sitting there like, don't get him, don't get him.
I think Louis Domingue, after Mike Smith got traded, was like, this is the best day ever.
Yep.
I'm going to be starting goaltender for the Arizona Coyotes. Could you imagine me? I mean, when I was a kid, they did what? Chad Johnson? You know, it's fine. I could probably battle him out. It's Chad Johnson. I'm not... Antti Ranta? Shit.
They buried him in the basement.
Done.
Yeah.
Ranta's the number one guy.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he's... There's no question there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if Ranta's not the number one guy in fucking Arizona, where is he going to be?
Yeah,
I mean, he's not going to be number one anywhere.
He's struggling.
Yeah, I know.
That's for sure.
How do they not... Okay, they didn't have a deal in place with Ottawa. How do you not take Bobby Ryan?
I have no idea.
Bobby Ryan even said it, man. He was not worried. Nobody wants his contract.
I would have taken his contract.
Oh, my God.
Oh, I would have in a heartbeat. I love
God,
Bobby Ryan.
yeah.
But, no.
But I also think that he wasn't worried because I think he thought he was going to be protected.
No, he knew he wasn't getting protected.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So, Vegas starts out with the Calvin Pickard pick from Colorado. Vomit. And then they won up that one by picking up Lucas Spisa from Vancouver.
Two teams that you really had nothing to pick from.
Yeah. From Arizona, they take Timo Pulkkinen. John Merrill from New Jersey's. William Carrier from Buffalo. Cody Eakin from Dallas. I thought that was a pretty good one.
Yeah.
They're going to be a grindy team. Cody Eakin, Braden McNabb, Chris Thornburg.
They took Montreal
Thorburn.
Canadiens trade deadline strategy here. Build up the best third and fourth line you can.
Well,
Derek England.
I'm really digging how they went defense heavy.
Mm-hmm.
That was what I was saying. They really went hard for the D.
Well, I mean,
Giggity.
I mean, we've seen it in the playoffs. Past 2 years.
Yeah.
Defense kills. Nashville was... I mean, they had more offensive pop.
Yeah.
But, I mean, look at Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Just shut down.
But,
Bend but don't break.
And they did that with, like, their minor league D. Like,
yeah.
Guys that probably shouldn't have been on the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Yeah.
James Neal. Real deal. Going to Vegas.
Might be snowing in Vegas.
Is he sick?
God damn.
Does he stick around, or does he get moved?
Oh no, I think
No,
he'll stay.
I think that's one of the
At least
faces.
the deadline, maybe.
That's one of their
I
marquee
think
faces.
him, Marchessault,
Oh God, do I love that one?
stupid for Florida to let him go.
Yeah, but
He was like their main point of offense. So good luck, Florida, with Bobby Lou in the background than a 75-year-old Hjammer who could still kill it. But let's face it, he's old.
Yeah, but you got Hoobie Doobie Doo.
Hoobie Doobie Doo. Oh man, I don't know. This is weird. It's just a weird.
Didn't they also lose Riley Smith?
Yep.
Florida?
They made a deal with them
Oh,
I
yes,
like
forgot
that.
about
I like that
to
for
take
Vegas.
that contract.
How
That's a neat one.
you guys can only take Jonathan Marchessault if you just take this lump of shit out of here. Just take it. Take it. We won't even look. Just take it. Like, poor Riley Smith. And then, poor Trevor Van Riemsdyk. He didn't last 24 hours before they're like, listen,
Poor him or
buddy,
thank God.
Carolina
Before they
is
go
where you're
to,
headed. Peace and
Chicago's
blessings.
dumpster.
Yeah.
What, Chicago 3? Is that what Carolina's turning into?
Yeah.
Yeah, first it was Florida, now it's Carolina. Just ship them south.
Also,
See ya.
um,
See ya.
David Clarkson.
That's their second biggest contract.
I thought that was a joke when
But
I read it.
he's going right on IR.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's,
I
but
thought that was
that's
a
hilarious.
But I
But
was
still.
like, holy shit. Wow.
Nothing better.
And then they shipped off David Schlemko to Montreal for a 5th-round pick in 2019. And Mathot, just a couple hours ago,
Chris Thorburn.
went to Dallas. So,
Chris Thorburn. Like,
yeah, I know.
I saw it, looked at it, I'm like, wait. That can't be. Oh, no, yep. Winnipeg did have a deal with them, didn't they?
Yeah.
Didn't they trade them their first?
Let me see. I was
And
just
then
looking at it.
they flipped their
Winnipeg
first.
Jets traded their 1st-round pick in 27 entry draft and a 3rd-rounder in the 2019 draft for Vegas to select Thorburn and Columbus's 1st-round pick in the draft
How
this year.
about David Perron and William Carlson?
A
That was-
great
I like-
move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are under the radars, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah. Little sleeper picks.
David Perron is very injury prone.
I can't
But-
believe he's only 29.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
well,
feel like he's been around forever. And like, so when I was looking at that, I'm like, he's got to be like 35, 36.
I also like Oscar Lindbergh and Griffin Reinhart.
yes.
Yes.
Griffin Reinhart's going to be a great little player.
Mhm.
I'm real interested to see who the first guy is that's late to practice or late to a meeting because he was out too late the night before. Thank God.
Who's the youngest player on the team?
Yeah, I know. Thank God Evander Kane didn't go.
Yeah.
That would have been an absolute disaster.
Thank God Yags didn't go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if he did go, I would have bought his jersey like in a heartbeat, no matter
Oh,
how
yeah.
ugly those were.
Everybody
But-
would have loved it. And,
Oh, God.
But except for him.
Him and
And I'm sure his
that's gonna
counselors and whatever else he's got going on.
his sponsors are gonna be coming with
Yeah.
him on the road
There
trip
you go,
to
sponsors.
Yeah.
Sponsors.
Stupid.
Yager's gonna need one of those bubbles when he's in Vegas. Let's go.
Yeah, you're right. Stupid Pierre Maguire.
Fuck that.
At the draft, I was listening to
Which draft?
the re-recording, the NHL draft.
Okay.
I was listening to the re-recording of day 2, and they're talking about Vegas, and he goes, "You know, I've been in plenty of buildings, and when I was in that building for the draft, I tell you, it was as loud. It was as loud as it can get in any of the other buildings." I was like, "Bullshit,
In
dude."
Vegas?
Yeah. When Marc-Andre Fleury came out, that was one of the loudest cheers I've ever heard in an NHL building.
Because the
My
Vegas
head through a friggin' wall.
Because Vegas has finally heard a name that they knew.
But
Pierre
bullshit.
Pierre just he's got diarrhea of the mouth.
Him and Milburn,
He has
away.
to hear himself speak. It's so annoying.
Buffalo, why couldn't you do us the favor and take one for the team and hire him as your GM so he gets off of TV and we
Oh,
don't
you
have to hear
kidding?
him anymore?
He still would have been on TV. He would have had
Maybe in Buffalo.
He would have had both.
in Buffalo.
Yeah.
Guy's a nightmare.
He is a nightmare. So Vegas, after the expansion draft, walks away with 3 first-round draft picks:
That's stupid.
the
That
6th pick, the 13th pick, and the 15th pick.
How nice to have 3 first rounders.
No
The
kidding,
first
dude.
15 picks.
It was a great time at the draft. I thought I had a great time.
That was fun.
Yeah. The fan fest was pretty cool, even though the lines were longer than hell.
Yeah,
They don't know how to dress goalies.
Oh my god!
Oh, I thought he was gonna forget about this. Thanks,
Oh
Vito.
my god! All right. So if you guys didn't see it on my Twitter, I tweeted out the picture of this goalie that they set up. You could put your face in the hole and you look like you're the goalie. They had the pads on backwards, and then they had this guy holding his stick
With his fingers
like
exposed.
he was holding a baseball bat almost. It was ridiculous, absolutely stupid. I took a picture of it. I'll retweet it with the Bender's account. But oh my god, you work for the NHL.
The pads look nice, though.
Shut up. You work for the NHL. What a joke.
Just think about.
But great
just
time.
think
I had
about
just a
all the
lovely
sounds.
time. You know, the new team store is great.
Oh, it's gonna be dangerous.
It's great.
If you go there and you want something Hawks,
You gotta pay a fortune.
bring your checkbook.
It's a great time. That little train car is really cool too. You get like little interactive games and stuff on there.
You can they give you like different situations and different goals. You can announce it like you're fully.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you could do like a green screen like picture.
Yeah.
And then the other
Like you're
side
taking
of
a
it
picture with like
in the
Jonathan
stadium.
Taylor's or
Yeah,
whatever.
it's pretty cool. It's pretty
Yeah.
cool. It's definitely a nice little addition.
And we got to see firsthand the New Jerseys,
Yes.
which
I still
I'm
personally-
really starting to turn on them. Like turn for them.
Yeah, I mean, I
should
still
say.
don't like how the meshy look you get on the shoulders, but it is.
These guys are gonna cruise.
Yeah, it is a noticeably big difference.
Yeah, it looks so comfy.
Yeah, it looks great. I mean, when we played at Robert Morris, we were basically wearing a blanket.
Comforter.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
The dumbest thing that I liked about it was the logo is soft, so it's like light. It's not like that hard.
That twill,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I love the NHL logo here.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
See, I didn't like it at first because the way the Hawks it kind of broke up, like how the whole collar broke it
Yeah.
up. But then seeing it up close, and I'm like, you know what? It actually doesn't look too bad.
You know what I thought would have been cooler than just having like, Adidas on the back. Like if they had the 3 lines coming down from that like same area, like from the collar down. I think that would have been neat, right? I mean, they always have
do
to
like
show
that.
the 3
Yeah.
lines or whatever. I thought that's what they would have done,
Yeah.
but
well,
And then you
they
got the
just
little.
went with the traditional. They should go retro. Retro with that Adidas sign.
that'd
No,
be neat.
They won't do it.
They won't do it.
Little Run DMC.
Yeah.
New Jersey's also got announced.
While we're gone,
Okay. The winners and the losers. Let's
Nashville.
Start with
Who's
Nashville.
okay? So we're gonna go
Okay,
losers then.
hands down.
Oh boy.
Tanner from our buddy Tanner, who was on this episode a couple episodes ago, said it best. He goes, "It looked like Nashville hasn't unlocked level 5 of ESHL." I was like, "Holy shit, that is right."
It's
Oh my
bad.
God.
It looked like
The
it
only-
looked like that was the first jersey they worked on, and they kind of went.
They have to go all
This
yellow
is-
gear. They have to
It
go.
looks like a rough sketch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they have to go all yellow gear. No,
Yeah.
and just go all gold. Fuck it.
Like
there's
like
no
LA
there's no
70s.
breakup there. Yeah, and then there's like little kid on the draft floor, that present the jerseys and all that's walking through, and I'm like, damn, that looks stupid. Like
Yeah.
even like up close, like
Um,
that poor kid.
I thought another loser was New Jersey.
Yes,
That was a bad one.
that's a Walgreens special right there.
Yes, it is. It is not very good at all.
it looks like one of those jerseys that were made in China.
Yes. Yes.
That was brutal.
Yeah, those are not good. Ducks are always bad because those are just gross. Not a fan of Vancouver's either. Like that a lot of teams are going with their older looks, though. Like Buffalo's going back.
Carolina.
Carolina's
Carolina
going
is
back to
so
what they
nice.
did.
Hold on. Darling has got to put the checkers.
Oh, he's got to have the Trevor Kidd checkerboard pads.
Oh.
He has to.
Come on, do it.
If he does it, if he doesn't
Come on,
do that, at least
it.
do the Archers Urbe like
Do it.
they're supposed to be white, but they're so old and so gross that they're actually turning like a sickly gray color. Or just the Trevor Kid pads. Yeah, we can just take
Thank
Trevor.
you. Yeah, let's do that
That's
one,
fine.
huh?
Colorado Avalanche, going back to their old.
It's nice. It's nice.
I'm gonna miss their third jersey though. I do like their third.
I
think
their whole new look.
I'm a minority with that third jersey. I like it, but
I am colorblind, as we all know.
yeah.
And even I can tell the difference between the Edmonton Oilers orange.
Yeah, and the navy. It's navy and not royal.
Okay, see, I didn't see that one, but the orange is noticeably different.
It's
I don't
a little
like
bit more vibrant.
I don't really like it.
It's almost like a creamsicle.
Yeah,
It's like
I'm not the biggest fan.
trying to make a difference in Philadelphia for sure.
But the navy. Not that the navy looks bad, but I don't know. I just really like the way that royal popped on that orange.
Oh my god, and I forgot about Minnesota.
Minnesota's the best.
Best one.
Hands down the best one.
You know who I'm disappointed with?
Who?
Calgary. They kept it the same. I wanted them to go back to their.
They should have went to those
what
those alternates they were using, the 70s. Yeah, I agree.
70s or 80s.
Yeah,
80s.
80s.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that would have been cool. What do you guys think of the writing on the inside of the collar?
The cups and
It doesn't really matter.
cup
I mean,
ears. St. Louis is blank.
St. Louis actually has something on theirs, though. I can't remember what it is. The Sharks have this is Sharks territory.
How many casualties in that Chicago Blues brawl from the 90s? Is that what's in there?
I can't remember what's written on it.
oh, I gotta see if I can find. Somebody did a makeshift one for what Toronto said, and it was the funniest thing, and I can't remember what it was. Let me see if I can find it.
So let's talk about Vegas's jerseys. I think they're fine.
The jersey, yeah.
I don't like the
Fantastic.
red. I don't like the red.
You know what? The red, they could do without it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's
I
It's
get it though
okay.
because they have red in that shoulder logo.
Their shoulder logo is fantastic.
Yeah.
I truly believe that is up there with the Tomahawks. Like, it's not better than Tomahawks, but it is up there for sure.
So, what are you saying? Future?
I think that could be like a third jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Be neat.
that would be cool.
I hope they do more with that.
Yeah.
There. Gloves.
Okay.
Gloves
Let's all do
This
the panic attack.
is not roller hockey.
Or as Nolly likes
This
to say,
is not roller hockey.
it's not an all-star team.
Yeah.
It's not an all-star team. It's-
Farthest thing from it.
So everybody freaked out about those gloves, and rightfully so.
Oh
because
God, that looked awful.
If they had to wear it, it would have been bad. I think one of the players even said, "If I get taken in this expansion draft, I'm not wearing the white gloves."
If I'm James Neal or anybody, okay, especially a fourth line guy, poor guys, you're gonna get torn apart.
They're gonna get ripped apart.
You're on
anyway.
the fourth line and you're wearing white gloves. Okay, I'm going to the A. So yeah, those jerseys are way better. I'll go to Chicago, no problem.
They did say that the white gloves are not going to stay around. They said that those are not what they're going to be
Then
wearing.
what the hell was the point of that?
I don't know. They said they're going to go with gold though,
I think that was.
which could look cool.
Wait, the whole glove's gonna be the gold?
I think the base color of the gloves are going to be gold.
I gotta see it.
That could work.
I think you keep the gold cuff and the gold fingers and just go to a black glove.
Yeah.
You have black pants. Why
If
would
they
you
go with the gold helmet, I'm going to be upset.
If you have to go black. If you're going black pants, you have to go black helmet, black gloves. If you want to put gold in the on,
Is that like
in
if you're wearing a
stripe?
black tie or a black belt, you have to wear black shoes? If you wear a brown belt, you have to wear brown shoes? Is that
Yeah,
like the same thing?
it essentially.
Yeah, okay. That
Essentially.
was a legitimate question. I'm
Yeah,
not being a dick.
absolutely.
I think the gloves were supposed to be like Bill Foley's like, you know what? This is gonna look awesome. And then you just saw the backlash and like
And then all the players were
nope.
like,
You know what I think happened? I think they walked in to the area where they were unveiling all the jerseys, and they looked at every single other one. They went, "Oh my God, they all have gloves. They all have gloves." We don't have any gloves. We didn't get our guy gloves. And they went to the nearest hockey store, bought the first pair of gloves they saw, and they came back and they just threw it on there. Like, I don't know. Do you have a Sharpie? We could color him in. I don't know. I think that's what happened.
No, I think they just made a really stupid decision.
I can't wait to see Fleury's setup.
Yeah.
He's gold. Gotta go gold. Gotta go gold.
If he doesn't go like the full gold like he did in the Stadium Series,
I want him to go Marty Turco,
Yeah.
gold, revokes.
Mm-hmm. Even though he did that first. Fleury did that first. The whole...
Yeah, gold, I guess.
It was yellow, but I mean...
Yeah, but Turco always had...
Oh, yeah.
I mean, his P1s were
Yeah.
that all green with the white, and he always had that, like, secondary color.
Yeah.
For the majority. He never went white pads.
Yeah.
I think he did one time, and it was, for 3 weeks.
I think Turco was too out of the ordinary to have any white pads.
Yeah, he's a nut job.
Yeah, he totally is.
Those red ones they had with the Hawks.
Oh, gorgeous.
That was one of my favorite of all time.
The gold ones that he had with Boston.
Yeah. Well, God, I forgot he saw Boston. Yikers. So the draft, we kind of got off topic there with the jerseys. The NHL draft was a great time. It was really, really cool to look down onto the draft floor and like just kind of seeing everybody mingling with each other, and there was a certain point. Yeah.
See, because originally when first they told me, it's gonna be Chicago, awesome. I'm like, how exciting can a draft be? And then going there, I'm just watching everything happen. I was like, oh fuck, this is actually great. Watching, and then I'm sitting there watching right around the Hawks pick. I'm watching at the Hawks table, seeing what Bowman's not moving. I'm like, son of a bitch, not gonna do anything. And all of a sudden he gets up, walks right to Dallas, shakes their hand, and they both just take off. And I'm like, trade, like, and all excited.
Yeah.
And then they announce like, oh, the Hawks are on the clock, and nothing. I'm like, what the fuck?
They played like a pump up video for each team before their picks, just to kind of get the 3 minutes to go down.
Those were all fantastic.
Those were great.
Those were amazing.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So they had to cut the Hawks one halfway through because
which is good because
the pick.
Yeah, the first one they were playing was but the second one that they played
second was really cool.
Was awesome.
Hold on. How awesome was it to have Patrick Kane and Jonathan Toews present?
What a Bowman move to save face.
Oh god, yeah. That's what the first thing we said was, oh, he's gonna get just booed, and then all of a sudden he's like, well, we're gonna bring out our 2 first-round picks that turn the whole tide for us. I'm like, oh, he's a smart bastard.
Also,
he knows what he's doing.
He doesn't have the facial expressions or the enthusiasm in his voice to pull something like that off.
No, like, he is the most literally boring guy ever.
It looked like he forgot what he was doing. He went, in the 2017 NHL draft.
Wait.
I think I think there may be a better way to do this. Like
John.
Yeah. Like it was.
We were sitting up there. We were like, "Is he okay? What happened? Did he get hit by a sniper?" Yeah. Like
the way he talks, you
had an aneurysm.
You can the way he talks, you can be like, "Oh shit, he just won the Stanley Cup. Oh shit, his dog just died. Oh shit, he's got to trade somebody. Oh
just
shit,
monotone.
He just came into like $1 million, like $1 billion. Like you would never know because he's just saying straight."
I thought it was a cool move. It was kind of awkward too at the same time because I feel like both Kane and Toews just kind of got thrown in there at the last second. Mm-hmm. You know,
and Kane had to be the jag off and throw the just remember Taser. I was picked two picks ahead of you, and I'm like, okay.
You gotta throw some comedy in when there's some hard,
especially between Toews and Kane.
Yeah.
What was the kid's name that we drafted? Because I'm horrible with names, so I'm gonna attempt to
Henry
pronounce it.
Hokiharu.
No, it was like Big Hero 6 or something like that.
Anyway, so this kid.
What'd you just say to me? No, you know the biggest nightmare is the guy who that they picked in what is it, the 3rd or 4th round.
Oh my God, yes.
It
is Henry Yogiharu, by the way.
Yes.
Okay, so they picked this kid up. He walks up to the stage. You know, he's loving hearing all like the Hawks fans chanting. He goes, puts his jersey on, puts on the hat, looks at himself, winks, points, puts his arms around everybody for the picture. I'm like, Jesus, like this kid has got the freaking swagger.
Please butcher it. Please do it.
All right. the 3rd round draft pick for the Hawks is Andre Altibarmakian.
We're just gonna call him Andre.
Andre. Yeah.
We're just gonna call him
Andre Alti. His name is Alti.
That's
Oh,
that's a
boy.
neat nickname.
That's
Alti.
something. That is something. It was super funny at the draft. Bettman would announce.
Oh, no.
Well, I'll get to that in a second too. He would announce the 12th pick in the NHL 2017 draft goes to the Carolina Hurricanes, and then he would step away from the podium. He would go off to the side to where there were people over there. He would talk to somebody, and then he'd make his way back to the podium. And each time you're like, trades are happening. Like, we were so excited for a stupid trade.
He would walk up to the mic and then walk
And
away.
then back away again. I was like, damn it!
He would also, classic Bowman, he gets booed everywhere he goes. There were people in
Bettman.
front of us, or Bettman, yeah. Bowman, same thing.
Yeah,
Whatever.
yeah.
They're the same book to me. There were people that were sitting in front of us. Every time he would get booed, they would shake their head and be like, oh, why are they doing this? I'm like,
Yeah.
are you kidding me? Like, and this person in front of us wearing a fake Chinese Hall jersey too. And I'm like, God damn it.
It was probably the St. Patrick's Day one, too.
No, actually it wasn't. If it was that one, I probably would have. Ugh.
They would be dead. They would be gone.
Come on, if you're gonna buy that jersey, at least buy the real one. Don't buy the
Yeah.
friggin' Chinese knockoff version of it. Yeah, where are these quotes?
I think underrated moment at the draft on Friday was when the Red Wings came up for their first pick, and literally the entire United Center, Detroit sucks. Really just ripping it hard. Loved it. The guy who was announcing it was loving it. He was laughing, and then he steps up to the mic and he goes, "This is our first draft without our beloved Mr. I, who's been around for so long.
Oh,
God.
man.
So we do this in your memory, Mr. I."
It's classic Detroit.
What a dick. You didn't have to do that. Come on.
You know what? But in the later rounds, I'm still feeding him. I'm still feeding
Yeah,
Detroit.
absolutely.
You know what?
Even more so now that you pulled that move.
Mm-hmm.
So we're talking about how there's not that big name players in there, but they were saying, oh yeah, these players, don't tell them that they're not like McDavid, Austin
Yeah.
Matthews. There was 2 quotes I was reading from these 2 players. One was the guy the Oilers take was that Yamamoto.
Yeah.
Yeah, he goes during the combine. They asked him, why should we draft you? And he goes, because if you don't, I'll come back and haunt you. And the Oilers guys were like, yep, that's a good answer for us. And then the other one was Michael DiPietro. Don't know if there's any relation.
With Rick.
I hope
Not sure. But Vancouver's took him 64th overall. And when one team told him, we don't think you can play in the NHL with our team, you're too small. At the combine, he fired back well, I guess you have a problem with winning then.
Oh.
So, first off, the fact, if he said that to Vancouver, that's just
yeah.
brilliant.
Hilarious.
But second, it's like, damn, these kids are getting cocky now.
Yeah.
Because, if I was in that situation, I don't think I could be like,
yeah.
oh, yeah, well, sucks to you if
Anything
you don't
but
take
like
it. Yeah.
brown nosing.
Well,
right.
Anything.
If they're gonna disrespect you like that, like you're too small, I don't think you can play with our team. Like, all right, well, you're lost, man. Why
See,
am I gonna respect you when
idiot,
you
me would be like,
I politely disagree, but
Yeah.
I think you might be right at the same time.
Yeah, no.
but no, that's pretty great. That some of these
You
players
gotta show
just-
your worth.
Yeah.
You gotta.
You know who probably couldn't be that cocky in this draft is Casey Middlestat. This bastard, great hockey player, killed it with the Green Bay Gamblers, and I think he was on the Team USA team. But he could not do a pull-up at the...
Yeah. I heard that, and I was like,
Yeah.
not that I could do one,
at the combine, yeah.
but I'm also a lot heavier and a lot weaker than he is.
And you're also not going to the NHL. Sorry,
Correct.
not to crush your dreams or
No,
anything.
it's
Wait,
been
what?
Couldn't do a single pull-up. Like, not one. Like, I could do one. I'm not strong. I could probably do one. Can't do one?
That's bad.
That's
How-
bad. And he went 8th to Buffalo.
How about Barnaby's kid?
Yes, that was great. I forgot what he said.
got it right here.
You have it?
So Matthew Barnaby's son didn't get drafted. He was in Chicago in case he got drafted.
Mm-hmm.
Got no picked. So Matthew Barnaby tweets this out. Just got a great quote from my son who wasn't drafted today. He said, "If I didn't come, it means I didn't believe in myself. Does it hurt? Hell yeah. a lot of good players weren't picked. Losers quit, and I'm not a loser. And now the goal is to prove them all that they were wrong.
There you go. Good for him.
18-year-old kid. I mean, man.
He went Rocky though.
He
went Rocky on us with the motivational speech.
That is
I mean, the kids, they're maturing.
How does
at
that
a very young age now?
That probably right there is going to get him signed. Pretty
I was
quick.
actually pretty surprised.
I would hope so, just
with him being
for a good
Barnaby's kid.
story.
I mean, not to knock Matthew. I don't know what he's like off the ice, but I mean, I remember on the ice he was a dumbass.
Yeah.
Just a complete goon and a half. So it's kind of weird to see his son being a respectable young man.
Don't they live in this area, actually?
No, Barnaby's live in Buffalo.
Is he?
Yeah.
Because I know he was living here for a while after.
Yeah, I
when he
think they went
played
back
here.
to Buffalo because he's coaching his son's team now.
Oh.
Barnaby. There's another former
for him.
NHLer's son in the draft, Adam Foote's son, Callan Foote. Boy, is that a big son bitch. Whoa! Holy shit!
I didn't even realize it was
Neanderthal.
I didn't realize who he was because when they announced him, they cut to him hugging his mom, and I was like, "Damn, that's a smoke." And Poetz and Poetz goes, "Well, yeah, it's Adam Foote's wife." I'm like, "Oh shit, that's what they said."
And he is uglier than a foot.
Oh god, yeah.
Absolutely. This kid is 6'4", 215, as an 18-year-old.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So he's wow.
Kind of surprised he didn't go to Colorado.
I don't know.
Where'd he
go? Tampa. Yeah.
Well, good thing there's no.
I wonder if Colorado was like, maybe we'll get him in the second round.
Yeah. Speaking of Florida picks, the Florida Panthers, the redheaded stepchild.
Holy cow!
Has been locked underneath the staircase. That kid is gonna.
They drafted the Joker.
He's gonna be in trouble.
Are you talking about the Corey Schneider?
I think his name is Owen Tippett. Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
The one that
the one is haunted by.
Yes. This kid literally got up and all of us sitting together went, oh my God, it's the Joker. Like, Batman needs to be at the United Center right now.
Yeah.
The Joker is actually here. I didn't want to look at him.
He's going to be the person walking through the rink with, like, gloves on, the umbrella, like, trying to get through. Like, he better get his first sponsorship
severely hotter when he went onto the stage. When he went onto the stage.
No. Goo!
He's a day walker, man. He doesn't have a soul.
Damn. Well, imagine what this poor pale bastard is going to do out in Florida.
Yeah.
He's done.
Yeah.
He's out.
He needs to get a sponsorship with some suntan lotion
Just
there.
an SPF 4000,
Yeah.
I think, is the best route for him.
Yeah. So our advice, SPF, long sleeves.
Michael Jackson.
Those big floppy hats.
You got a Michael
nice
Jackson
Gilligan
hat. Just
hat.
hide yourself.
Yeah.
A Gilligan hat. No. Speaking of Florida Panthers, nice little round of applause for Dale Talon.
Yes,
that
that was great.
I thought he was going to cry.
And then him just right back at you.
Yeah.
Three. His name should be on the cup 3 times.
Yeah, I agree.
At least 2. Maybe you could argue the last one. Yeah. At least 2, though.
We had Philadelphia Flyer fans sitting in front of us, and when New Jersey made their pick for...
Did you throw batteries at them?
No, but we were talking about
They were surprisingly nice for Philly fans.
Yeah. When New Jersey took Nico Hischier, is that, am I right? Hischier. When they took Nico.
you gotta like you got popcorn in the throat.
Hischier.
No.
I'm gonna hack a loogie now. When they picked Nico, these Flyer fans went crazy. And like they were like high-fiving and everything. When New Jersey picked Nico, number 1.
Yeah.
They were high-fiving, and I was just like, do they know him? Like, what's going on? They're like, we're getting Nolan, baby! We're getting Nolan! Yeah! It was hilarious. I just hit the microphone. That's going to sound good later.
I would have rather had Nico.
Really?
I think so.
What's your reasoning?
I don't know.
I think
his
it's
name.
I think it's a coin flip. No
Yeah.
one's really
Yeah.
This is going to be...
I don't know. On a serious note, my reasoning, he hasn't played in how long? Now he's supposed to come to the NHL and produce.
That's a good point.
I don't think he's going to go to the NHL.
I mean, if they're smart, they're not going to put him in the NHL right away.
First of all, Philly is stacked up the middle. They have a lot of bodies up the middle. Then they got another center. Who do they trade with the Blues for that? The Blues pick.
Oh my God! One of the worst trades of all time.
Is it?
It was bad. I remember at the time I was like, "Wow, that's a big trade." But now, I looked at it. Yuri Laterra. Hang on.
Oh my God!
Let me pick it up.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It's worse than Pittsburgh.
Almost as bad as that. That one was ridiculous.
Okay. So you are agreeing Pittsburgh was worse.
That was a really bad one. Yeah.
A first rounder for Reeves.
Braden Shen to St. Louis for Yuri Laterra, a first rounder in 2018, a first rounder in 2017, the number 27 pick. Yuri Laterra, a first rounder in 2018, and a 27 in.
Who are you saying this is bad for? Just I want to make sure I know what you're.
St. Louis gave up so much for Braden Shen.
Okay.
Braden Shen's a fine hockey player.
I was going to say, I'm like,
he's good.
Call the police.
But holy cow.
Call the police.
Wow. That's a bad trade. And then to top it off, well, they made up for it, I guess.
Call the St. Louis police.
Ryan Reeves goes to St. Louis, goes to Pittsburgh.
Well,
for a second rounder, Oscar Sundqvist, and a first rounder. What are you doing?
There was even a quote. Reeves was like, "Well, I heard the rumors that I was gonna get moved," and then someone's like, "Oh yeah, Pittsburgh's gonna move out of the first round for you," and he's like, "Wait, that's gotta be a load of crap if I'm going for a first rounder." Like even he knows that's a joke.
Stupid.
Yeah. Well, at least they got something back.
Too much. I mean, it's Ryan Reeves. All he's gonna do is knock somebody out. He's not gonna score.
It's fine. It's fine and well, but. They needed to rob somebody else. They needed to.
They needed to save Little Face. All right, boys. Free agency opens up on the 1st of July.
I'm so upset. I just remember we don't have NHL Network at the lake anymore.
Oh, yikes.
I am so upset.
Yikes. Can you fix that by the time?
No.
Sucks to suck, dude.
I know. So...
Stream something.
I know. I gotta figure something out.
Stream TSN.
Joe Thornton. Oh, God. Joe Thornton and Brent Burns are going to get naked on ESPN. The body issue.
Yes. Did you see this?
Hilarious.
You didn't see this?
You didn't see the picture?
No. Oh, okay.
No.
Oh, my God.
Real quick.
I couldn't tell what are your emotions?
Fucking hilarious.
Okay, hilarious.
Absolutely hysterical. Look at this picture.
Oh.
And Jason Demers, I can't, like I said,
Jason Demers
replied with a quote in the picture. Oddly enough, this isn't the first time this has happened.
Why am I not shocked by it?
I want Jason Demers on my team. I feel like he's a great locker room guy.
My first thought after the initial shock of what the fuck are they doing is Burns' tattoo game is strong.
Yeah, absolutely. Guys, he's a badass.
Yeah.
He's a badass.
Oh my God.
But, I mean, that just, it's just sad to see that Jumbo's gonna go somewhere else because the two of them, you could tell, had a great relationship.
Oh, yeah. Well, look at what Burns did to Jumbo.
Yeah.
That is 100% Burns' influence.
Yeah, I mean, and that was that beard commercial.
Yes. Yeah.
I was on the floor, laughing hysterically, cackling like a hyena.
So Thornton's available. Where does he go?
I think he stays.
You think he stays?
I think he stays put.
I think if they wanted to sign him, they would have signed him by now. They would.
I think they're just looking to see if he lands anywhere. If
not signed him by now because he's.
I think they're giving him the chance to test.
Yeah.
I think there's an offer. They probably have an offer what they're willing to give him. I think they're giving him a chance to test. Like, hey, think you can do better and you want to try something different?
Yeah.
Go for it. If not, this is what we got for you.
You know where I'd like to see Marleau go?
Where?
Calgary.
Ooh. Ooh.
I like to see Thornton in Chicago. Our charity case for the year.
Yeah. That'd be difficult.
So what?
Though.
Him try to catch up with Schmaltz.
Yeah, I know. That'd be good.
He can take third line.
You know what? I'd like him
Yes.
just for offensive draws. To be honest.
Yeah.
With you. Offensive zone
That's
draws.
our
Power play.
Yeah.
how bad our face-off was.
God knows he can't score. He got his first goal, like in January?
Wasn't it
last
like
year?
his first three
Kane
goals?
would feed him a couple on the power play.
maybe.
Wasn't his first like 3 goals empty netters too?
Yeah.
Like weren't
Yeah.
all of his goals, and one wasn't even his. That I
Yeah.
think Colorado put it
Poor
in.
Yeah.
Jumbo. Poor Jumbo, man.
Yeah. Shane Doan.
Frig off.
L.A. I think he
Ooh.
stays. I think he goes to a team in the where he's gonna play the Coyotes as much as possible.
Mm.
But he's also another one I can see Bowman picking up.
Islanders.
I think Islanders got bigger fish they're going for.
I think if they can't find anybody, though, I think he's going to be a really nice fit there.
Do you see Islanders being a competitor, a Stanley Cup contender this year?
St. Louis.
Oh, man, if he went to St. Louis, Dice would hate him so much more than he already does.
I do not like him whatsoever.
You don't like Doan either?
No, I think he's.
Or Dice?
I love Dice.
Tomato.
Yeah.
I don't.
I feel like Doan is going to go to one of the big four.
I
Yeah.
think he's a snooty little prick.
Well, damn.
I think he is.
Biggest question, where does Chris Pronger go?
Fucking home. Go home.
Go home.
He got a deal. He's a part of the Flyers front office
Yeah.
now. He's finally done.
Yeah, I know. I just heard today that Biz Nasty's going to be the color guy on the Coyotes.
Yeah, that
Radio-
is
radio
going to be.
station.
That might be worth.
How do I get that radio station?
I know that it might be worth
Uh-huh.
picking up.
NHL Game Center.
Game
They're
Center
gonna pick it
this
up.
year.
Yeah.
Why not?
If he's anything like he's on Spit and Chicklets, oh my
God. He's going to drop so many F-bombs on live radio.
Oh yeah,
Is it radio?
and he
Oh, yeah.
fucking
Okay.
dumps it. Oh fuck! I should have fucking said fuck.
It's going to be like Tourette's up in the booth.
Oh man.
Yeah. He said on Twitter,
So he's officially retiring.
yeah, I think so.
I mean, he
'Cause
tore.
yeah.
He just
He-
fucked his knees.
I remember him talking about it on Barstool, and
And he's
There's-
just depressed about it.
well, they're like, "So you're retiring?" And
Yeah.
it's like, "Well, we're gonna see how surgery goes." All right, so you're retiring. He's like, "Oh, come on, man."
Well, and then after he got the surgery, he came back on Chicklets, and he was just, you could tell
Yeah.
he was just not happy. You know, he knew.
But you know what though? For like he said this before. For a guy that shouldn't even been in the NHL, man, what
Lasted for a while.
fucking life he
Yeah.
lived,
Yeah.
man.
Talk about a smoke show.
Talk about somebody who would have loved Vegas.
Oh my God.
I am surprised he didn't.
I mean, he was up there every weekend when he was playing with Arizona.
Yeah.
And I mean, when he was with the Monarchs, it still wasn't. I mean, it's
Can
still
I
a long
ask-
drive.
Yeah.
It is, but
What is going to happen with the AHL Vegas team? I'm still super confused on how
that-
that's
with-
going to happen.
with
Because they're
Chicago.
They're Chicago
With
but
the Blues.
But St. Louis doesn't have a team.
I thought St. Louis.
They're sharing it, but
Yeah.
so
Mhm.
are they?
So wait, somebody gets hurt on Vegas, right?
Mhm.
And they need to call somebody up. They're going to call somebody up from the St. Louis Blues organization?
No,
I
no,
think
they
it's-
have their certain guys that they could pull from. They have their certain guys that they could pull from. The guys that are a part of the Vegas, you can't pull St. Louis's guys.
So you can only call out somebody who's under contract to Vegas.
Correct.
So the Chicago Wolves are just going to have like an 80-man roster of both
No.
Vegas
No,
guys and St. Louis
no,
guys?
no,
Well, what do you do
no.
with
A lot-
the guys
a lot
that
of-
are already...
A
They go
lot
to
of-
EC.
Yeah, and a lot of guys Vegas are going to probably have can probably go back to juniors.
I'm still just real confused with how that situation is going to go.
I will be surprised.
Same with St. Louis. I'm sure they will throw those guys back into junior.
I'm sure a lot of
NCAA, wherever
I would
they
be
are.
surprised if any of the guys drafted this weekend for Vegas ends up on, unless they are a phenomenal talent that can play on Vegas. Team. Yeah, they're going to be back in juniors.
Wouldn't it have just been easier to make an AHL team?
I don't think there's no time. Done. I think they're still.
I mean,
you gotta find a, well, in my opinion, a small market that already has a rink.
But in the time that it was made known that
one.
Vegas was going to be the next expansion team,
is there an AHL team in Reno?
I don't think so. The only thing that they have is
I think Chicago is going to be Vegas' team from now on, and I think the Blues are going to get a team in Kansas City.
KC, oh yeah.
I think the Blues will get a team because obviously
KC
they will because
would be one of those small markets that would work.
Vegas signed I think it was like a 4-year deal with the Blues, so I think it's St. Louis that's going to have to.
Chicago really isn't the most favorable place for Vegas to have an AHL team either. You know, if they're like in a split and they need somebody.
Well, I mean, you think
that's
if they're, you know, if they're on the. What if they're in the West?
Yeah, like if they're at home and they have somebody gets hurt, they need somebody by game time. It's gonna be rough.
They'll learn. They'll have to. I'm sure this is.
They're gonna have to travel out east to come play the Central Division and the Eastern Conference. So, I mean,
I'm sure they're in the process of making a team. It's just it's gonna take time.
It's a 3-hour plane ride.
And if it's that big of a deal, they'll send out the private jet to make sure the guy gets there where they needs to be.
Yeah.
Jarom McGinley. Does he play or does he sign?
I don't know, man.
I want him to go back to Calgary.
Yeah, as nice as it would be, I just don't see Calgary wanting to do it just because they're competing to beat the Ducks.
Yeah, I think that's
their goal is to beat the Ducks, and
they have better people to go for. I think.
Yeah, their options are through the roof.
Yeah. Is this going to be a really soft free agent frenzy?
Mm-hmm. Everything's soft now. Everybody's like, "Oh, silly season's upon us. You know, so much shit's going to happen," and then it's like.
Well, hey.
Friday was pretty, intense for us.
I had my heart broken, dude. Give me some time. I'm not over it yet.
You know what we can talk about? Calgary's move they made at during the draft with the Islanders.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I forgot about that. Travis Hamonic going off to Calgary.
Are we going to forget the Eberle for Strome?
Oh, yeah, we got to talk about that.
Another 1-for-1.
So much happened this weekend. I can't keep track.
You know what's great? This episode's already relevant. I guarantee you, the second this goes upload, boom, there's going to be a million other more moves.
What did you think of that?
Quebec's going to get announced to be a new team.
For Strome? Seriously?
A 1-for-1. But you know what? Oilers are all about that 1-for-1. Are you serious moves?
Yeah.
I don't think this one worked out. He got rid of Taylor Hall. I don't think Eberle would. Why? He's a good player.
Dude really struggled.
Has not been having a couple good years.
In the prime time moments, in the playoffs, he didn't do much.
And he was making over $6
I was surprised
million.
It wasn't RNH. I thought it was gonna be Nuge.
I think you go with.
You traded $6 million for 2.5 in an RFA.
I get it.
That's I think a huge part of it.
Not Jordan Eberle.
No.
It's not. So what? Are they looking to go get another defenseman?
Oilers?
At the deadline? Is that their...
Are you talking about the Oilers?
Yeah.
They re-signed Chris Russell with the...
Yeah, I saw
with the difference.
But what I'm
literally
saying is...
literally the difference.
What I'm saying, though, is... well, what do they have left?
Right now, they have about $18 million in space. So, they can still do something.
They're going to go get somebody at the deadline, probably.
Yeah.
Or unless they want to go get Shattenkirk.
Oh, really turn the tides. that would actually be a pretty awesome fit out in Edmonton.
Oilers also have every single one of their draft picks for the next 3 seasons.
I don't know how they did that.
That surprises me. You don't see that really. Like,
I will say, Everly's got 20-plus goals in the last 4 years.
Everly's solid, but you know what? That's going to be great for the Islanders. That might make the difference. And, I mean, that's also a power play for, hey, Tavares.
Yeah.
Look what we got you.
It's nice. Didn't the Islanders get somebody else to play with Tavares or no?
No, they were trying to get Duchesne.
Oh. I thought he was going to be dealt at the draft.
Saka,
So did everybody,
Saka
man.
came out and said that what they were offered wasn't good enough to move him, that it wouldn't benefit
I was
the
ready for
Avalanche
Duchesne.
future.
I was ready for Galchenyuk. I was ready for everybody
that
to get
surprised
moved.
me.
Do the Hawks still go after Galchenyuk?
I still think it's going to be a Nisimov type deal for him.
Yeah.
And there's going to be a package, and that worries me because I don't know what he gets re-signed for.
I don't know, but I would like to see what he could do if he centers Kane and Schmaltz. Because, I mean, he scored 30 goals before, and I think
for like 3 straight seasons.
I think that would be a minimum of what he would put up.
Do the Hawks offer sheet him?
Maybe.
That would be neat.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, if you're him, why do you not? I mean, the Hawks offer you contract. Why? Yeah, hell yeah. Why not sign it?
Yeah.
In worst case,
he played here in Chicago in his youth days.
It's true.
I mean, the worst thing is Montreal matches it. And the Hawks offer him like a 6-year deal, and he's stuck in Montreal for 6 years, and who knows where they're going.
I think the Hawks offer sheet him if he's still around come like.
Well,
August.
I'm telling you right now, if they get Alsner, they get Markov. If they end up going for Markov again, I mean, that's going to tie up cap.
Are you talking Montreal?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's going to tie up cap. I mean, if
And
you're going to lose Galchenyuk, you have to go get somebody else.
And they still got to sign Price.
Oh, my God.
Next year, though.
But still, you got to think about that this year, what you're spending. Because where they are.
Let's talk about another signing.
Oh, well, they have $21 million in space as of right now.
Still, that can dwindle down if they're going for that big D.
That is only with 17 guys on their 23-man roster.
Yeah.
So, I mean.
A guy that my eyes were popping out of my head the second the season ended. TJ Oshie.
Oh, God.
Okay.
8 years.
I like how.
Set for life.
I love TJ Oshie.
I love how fast the second that Panarin trade happened. Oh, Hawks, they're making a play for him. Yeah, Washington's full. Fuck you guys. Boom. Here you go.
Yeah. Well, guess what? Washington's. I don't.
That was a stupid deal.
Yeah.
That was
a
really
stupid deal. I mean, I love TJ Oshie as much as the next guy.
And I'm glad he got his payday.
Yeah. But that was Washington.
They're not going to be able to get defensemen.
They're not going to be able to do anything.
I mean, you can't keep Shattenkirk. You can't keep
No.
Alsner.
They knew they weren't keeping Shattenkirk. They knew that.
I'm sorry, but deal Ovi.
Yeah.
Go get
maybe
a
that's step
decent
one.
decor.
We've talked about this before with Washington. They have 13 of their 23 roster spots signed. They only have $17 million to work with. 17.5.
What an evil
Was
laugh.
that? Yeah, I was just
Holy shit.
And that includes Kuznetsov as an RFA.
For you Washington fans, you guys are fucking screwed.
Is Braden Holtby just sitting back there going,
Like, God
damn
it, yeah. Uh-huh.
Well, they showed him at the award show, and they were like, and it was like that, the Russian Machine Never Breaks, that Twitter account or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They were like, it was just a face of just like pissed off Holtby, and he's like, when you realize that one of your top 4 spots is going to go for an unexperienced AHLer, and he just looked pissed. Like, oh man, it might be good for them. Drop out of that president's spot.
Deal OV. Hey, go get some second line guys. Backstrom, Kuznetsov, and Oshie. That would be a great first line. Go get something for your second and third line, and a decor. Because who do they even have on their back end now?
Braden Holtby.
Niskanen. Again, I'm going to butcher all these names because I'm horrible at saying last
Niskanen?
name. Niskanen.
Niskanen.
Orpik. Carlson. Taylor Troni.
All right.
Truni.
The first three were the only relevant ones.
Yeah.
And then you got Alzner, Shattenkirk,
Hashtag bring back Carrick.
and Orlov.
Bring back Carrick.
Orlov is also an RFA.
He's who?
Orlov.
Dimitri, yeah.
They're fucked.
Dan Girardi.
To Washington?
They throw out $1 million to Girardi, maybe.
Girardi's going to take a league minimum, I think,
Yeah.
because, I mean, he's getting paid.
Oh, I heard he's getting lots of offers, though.
Yeah, I mean, he's getting paid,
Yeah.
so he can pretty much say whatever. Fuck it.
You think
No.
the Islanders would chase? Oh, could you imagine?
Oh, boy.
Jumps over to the other side of it.
He'd be public enemy number
Oh my
one.
God. I don't know. I think that could work.
It could work, but, I mean, he'd have to walk out with security.
Who does the Islanders have? They have for goaltending now. They have Grice, and do they still
Halak.
have Halak?
They still have
Yeah.
Halak.
Why are
If
they
I were
doing
Yara,
this?
if I was Yara Halak, I'd like the moment they sent me down to the A, I would have been like, "Can I just be done here? Like, let's get something
I
going."
don't know his contract.
And they
also.
still got, technically, Rick
Probably.
DiPietro on the books until 2028, 2029.
Oh my god! What a joke! What
Making
an absolute joke. I
$1.5
still can't get
million
over that.
a year.
The Arrow's done after next year, making 4.5,
Well,
and then Thomas Grice is making 3.3 until 1920.
it's going back in time, huh?
Yeah. I don't even know why I had you here, Vito. I don't want you. Big fat jerk face.
Now you're calling me fat.
Well, sorry.
All right, so
I'm sorry, you're right.
before we wrap it up,
It's
any
really mean.
you want to do any one prediction, like maybe crazy prediction for free agency, whether it be a trade, a pickup.
God, I don't even know.
Because I mean, it's really anything.
You know
can
what?
happen
I
at
feel
this
like
point.
I could have made one, but because of everything that's happened, like the whole Jarom thing, like I'm just broken, like in my head right now.
Are you talking Hawks or are we talking anyone in the NHL? Any team
Anyone.
in the NHL?
We can do anyone, or if you want to talk Hawks,
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm saying
If you're the Hawks and you get all of Hossa's contract back, if you retain all that,
it would be great if they can get that information
if
before
you
the first.
if you don't
It's
have
not
to
gonna
retain that contract, you go get I think you go get a second line guy, and preferably a center, or you go and you get a defenseman.
Mhm.
And you get a defenseman. Carl Alzner would be ideal, and same with Galchenyuk, because they're both. Galchenyuk's only making 2.8, and Alzner made 2.5 last year, so you're within that $5 million range. You're probably freeing up some money.
how much do you think he's gonna get, Galchenyuk, this year on a
He'd
new
get
contract?
3.25. I don't see him getting more than that, just because his numbers went down a little bit last year. He had a hot start, but
Still had 30 goals though.
last year?
Yeah.
No, I thought he had 20.
I could see him peaking.
No,
at,
I thought he was a 30 goal scorer last year. Hang on, let me see.
I think I
I'm
see
pulling
him
him up
peaking
now.
at maybe 4. He might flirt with 4.
Could flirt with it, but he's still only 23.
Well,
Pretty nuts.
if he's smart, he would take a bridge deal.
Oh, you're right, 17.
He should take. I mean, if he was smart, he'll take a bridge deal this year. He'll take a
Mhm.
2-year
Year
bridge
before that,
deal.
he had 30.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry.
Yeah, I knew he was only a
Yeah.
30 goal scorer once.
Yeah.
So if they could get him, because he could play the left and center. Same with Schmaltz. So, it's who's taking face-offs better that night.
Uh-huh.
Whatever. But you put him with Kane, he's going to score 30, no problem. And then Carl Alzner, that would be nice to have a defenseman that you could rely on for 82 games. God willing. I mean, he's proved that he can. Fucking Iron Man.
Yeah.
You could also look at Del Zotto, but then again, he does cost as of last year, he was 4.5.
Mm-hmm.
I can't imagine that he would get more than that.
Does playing for the Blackhawks mean anything anymore for a nice
Of course
little
it does.
discount?
Of course it does. Take a look at Brian Campbell. Brian Campbell doesn't want to go anywhere but Chicago, and he said he was going to take Leakman. You know, whether or not the Hawks take him up on that, which, if it stays the way that it is right now,
I think they
you
will.
got to take it.
Yeah.
You got to take it. Even though Campbell was not the best last year.
Could be a solid 7th defenseman, third pair.
Plus, he'd be a nice little teacher for the young guys back there. You know. I think Kovalchuk gets moved. I think Montreal is stupid enough to take it, so that he could be with Radulov.
That's if he
About that
signs.
the other week, wasn't I?
That's if Radulov signs.
Mm-hmm.
I think they can go to.
If they get,
I see them both going to Vegas.
if they get,
Oh, Kovalchuk can't go to Vegas. It's a terrible idea.
if Kovalchuk does go to Montreal, I don't see why not.
He
Why the Hawks cannot get Galchenyuk.
Yeah.
I don't see why they wouldn't be able to. And if
Yeah, they'd have to. The Hawks wouldn't have, but the Habs would have to get rid of Galchenyuk. Absolutely.
whether it's to the Hawks or not,
Yeah. Zach?
because you do have to leave money out. No, they can't. They can't sign Kovalchuk. they really can't. Well, no, because you got to pay Price next year.
I know, but they've made so many stupid deals over the past few years. What would stop them
past
from
few
doing
years.
this?
How about the past month?
Yeah, I
So
know,
what?
like-
Do you buy out Weber then next year?
Who knows,
Because that would be a popular buyout.
That would. Oh my God! Can you imagine moving PK and then buying out Weber?
They'd lose their fans. Would lose
Oh,
their
God.
shit.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Dark days.
You
in
know what?
Montreal.
I'll try to find out something when I
Dwight-
go down there October 10th.
Dwight King. I think Dwight King needs to be the big name off of Montreal that moves.
Dwight, they already said he's not being signed.
I was joking.
I know. I'm just saying though. That's one guy they don't have to worry about his whole $1 million hit.
Talk about your stupid trades, Dwight King. Gross. Zach, what do you think's gonna happen, bud?
June 30th, Neeson gets traded for Galchenyuk.
June 30th. Give time.
July 1st, Kruger gets moved to Vegas to finally finish that deal.
Does he get shipped off to Carolina as fast as TVR did?
No,
No, that's
he stays.
record time.
That
was record time. He didn't even get off the fucking plane.
trade, the freeze came out at 8 a.m. He was traded by 8:02. That was ridiculous.
Sorry,
He
buddy.
didn't even.
But
Get,
here's
he
another-
didn't even have to get on the plane to go to Vegas.
Here's another slap to the face of TVR though. GM out there says, "Yeah, we're not trading any of our young defensemen." Boom, TVR's gone.
Mm-hmm.
George McPhee calling him. Hey, you didn't get on the plane yet, did you? I'm walking on. Well, you better get off that
Get
son
off.
bitch.
Get off. Get off.
I'm going. I'll go absolutely ridiculous. Not going to happen.
I have to
but
get off
should.
the plane, sir. You can't get up. I have to get off this plane.
Oh my God! This plane doesn't even have a phalange.
Did you hear this? It's missing a phalange.
You know what? This is why I like having you here over Nolly, because Nolly doesn't get friends jokes.
It's because Nolly's not a
He
friend.
doesn't like friends. Yeah.
He's not a friend.
No, he's not.
He's so selfish.
He's super selfish.
He's changed for the worse.
I'm kidding. I miss you, Nolly. Come back. All
A
right,
big
guys.
ridiculous move that's not going to happen. But should Ovechkin gets moved?
He's not going to get moved.
Not now.
Not
least.
saying to the and I'm not saying to the NHL.
I don't think so.
He's going to the K
I
this
don't
year.
think so.
He's going to the K. He wants to play in the Olympics. He's going to the K.
Eh. All right, y'all.
That's a bold stretch. That's a bold statement. That is a bold statement.
I think that's it for us here. We've wasted enough of your time. Thank you for tuning in to episode 12.
What are we calling this? Who's number 12?
The Regan? the Peter Regan?
Sutter? Or
Or the
Yeah,
Sutter?
We'll call it the
Brett
Sutter.
Sutter. We
This
could
is
do
the
Sutter.
Sutter.
We could do the Bondra. I'm really pushing for Bondra.
he was here for 3 weeks.
Bondra! He had his 500th goal here.
Yeah, okay, sweet. But he had 2 with the Hawks. Two of those 500.
I'm saying Sutter. I like the Sutter.
I like the Sutter,
Sutter.
too.
Come on.
All right.
The Brent Sutter.
Brent
Yeah,
Sutter.
I like it. Awesome. Thanks, guys. This is Poetz and Vito. Thank you, bud. It's a
Thank
good time.
you.
It's
It's
a good
my
time.
pleasure.
Yeah. I like that you're showing me
You like that thigh?
I do. I like your thigh. Zach, pleasure as always. We'll see you guys later. We gotta go home. We're done.
Follow the guys on Twitter at WCBP, on Instagram, WCBPodcast, and like them on Facebook, The Windy City Benders Podcast. The Windy City Benders Podcast.